of you have ever tried convincing a religiously programmed mind that their belief that the book, those are religious books, are fake, false, and the stories are mere fallacies? How many of you have tried to do that? If you've never done that before, I suggest you don't. Trying to convince a religiously programmed dummy is as bad as trying to wake the dead. Honestly, now I know. See, every day I encounter these people, I understand why religion must be kicked out of our society. The damage is too much. Religious people are the only people who believe in their fake story, who believe in their madness without asking for evidence. No religious people ever ask anybody that is preaching to them to prove what they are preaching. But try convincing them on the contrary. You'll be asked for all the proofs in the world, even asking you questions that doesn't make sense. Now I understand why they are not useful to nation and societal building. Because they have a mind programmed towards one direction. I remember somebody asking me, say, why do you always put insult on religious people? I call them non-living things. I call them zombies, dummies, programmed, all sorts of that. And I asked the person, how do you insult people who have locked their brain against reason? How do you talk to them? People who have locked their brain against reason and threw the key into Atlantic Ocean. How do herdsmen speak to cows? Is it not by hitting them with a stick? There is a language every classic of living things, even non-living things, understand. So in the case of those religiously programmed people, you cannot help but insult and use hard words on them, because most of them, their brain is completely locked that you cannot help but lose it when trying to talk to them. Somebody who doesn't need any evidence, you doesn't need any facts to believe that there is a spirit in the sky who created the heavens and the earth. You'd never ask for any evidence. A verse in the pages of some dirty books was just being read to you and you accepted it. But somebody is telling you that this thing that you've accepted and that you are believing, it could not be true. Look, bring in logic, think. You are asking the person for evidence, for facts. Can't you see that to awoke a religious mind is the hardest thing? It's easier to awaken the dead. If you've not encountered them before, you will never understand. I'm talking from a life experience. And I'm very sure the zombie that I'm talking about now might see this video. Religious people, we don't need religion in our society. It takes away the brain and replaces it with shit. You cannot prove everything that you are religiously told. Humans were not created. We were not created as any human that exists today was not created or being made. We were all born by our parents. Just like our parents were being born. That is what can be practically proven. On asking about the origin, how did the first man and woman come about? Nobody knows. There is no evidence. Bible don't know. Science don't know. And I don't dwell in what I do not know. I dwell in what are practically proven. What can be practically proven. I am a man of reality. I don't deal on fictions. How can you be asking me to prove to you that there is no God? Whereas you cannot prove to me by any means that requires fact and evidence that there is a spirit somewhere called God. To be religious, I think it's better to be physically dead, because being mentally dead is worse. You are actually alive, whereas you are not living. You are just a tool, a robot in the hands of some religious leaders. Please, my people, I don't know what you think about this. Do you think Oda will get it or not? Use the comment section, please.